Hey, welcome to the Sports Fury. I am Josh.
And I'm Sean.
Is Kevin Durant the softest NBA champion of all time?
Of all time, huh?
I think he may be. Why? Because Kevin Durant, last offseason, joined a 73-win Golden State Warriors team.
The best team of all time.
Yeah, they had the greatest regular season record ever, right?
Yeah.
Even topping the Chicago Bulls in the 90s.
Yep.
Now, they were up 3-1 against Cleveland last year in the NBA Finals, and they fucking blew a 3-1 lead. Now, Kevin Durant, he had that same Golden State Warriors team on the ropes, up 3-1.
In the conference championship.
Yeah, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yep.
Now, I thought that Oklahoma City Thunder team was fucking... I thought it was a great team.
They had a lot of potential.
I was excited going into the 2017 NBA season watching these two teams meet up. But what does he decide to do? He decides to go join the Golden State Warriors team that he had up 3-1, that he choked up against, and joined them to chase a ring.
And it was only a 1-year contract.
Yeah, he only signed.
It's not like he signed a long-term deal here.
Yeah, he's a free agent now, going into the 2018 season. Now, now he did it. He wanted to chase the ring. He wanted to get that on his resume. Now he's got it, and he is the MVP of the 2017 NBA Finals.
Yep.
But does that, in your mind, elevate Kevin Durant to like that next level, that where he was wanting to be at?
Not at all.
No, not for me.
Matter.
Not for me at all.
Even though he won, and he did phenomenal. I'm not going to take anything away. You look at his stats, amazing. He was the best player on Golden State. But
what does that really... I mean, does that really mean anything?
No.
How much weight does that actually hold? Because you're joining this Golden State Warriors team. They have Stephen Curry. You have Klay Thompson. You have Draymond Green, right? I mean, you're not going to get double-teamed at all. You're not going to be the focal point of defense, of the other team's defense.
You can't.
And you're Kevin Durant. You're one of the top 3 NBA players in the fucking league, and you're not going to have the defenses focusing entirely on you or just you and one other guy like Westbrook in Oklahoma City. So now I mean, how was it not going to end up that way? Of course he was going to, he was already a great player.
Yeah.
And
well, you look at the whole team, right? They have
he's the most talented on that team.
Yeah,
he
is. But if you look at every position on that team, right, except for the center, but they have Steph Curry, arguably one of the best at his position. Klay Thompson, arguably one of the best at his position. Draymond Green also. Yeah. So you have 3 players besides yourself that are already up there in elite status. Pretty much, he went to a team that he knew it would be easy. There would be no stress.
He took an easy road to get that championship.
Yeah.
Now, to me, in my eyes, no, he's not on that next level. No. He didn't take that next step like what Kevin Durant was hoping for. And I think that rings true for a lot of NBA fans. I mean, unless you're a Kevin Durant fan, diehard, or you're a diehard Golden State Warriors fan, you probably don't think that. But you took an easy
But nobody can deny it, though. Nobody can be like, oh, yeah, he earned that
but
shit.
He
didn't.
He thinks that just because, okay, as long as it just happens, right? No. I am an NBA champion. I am the finals MVP. That's it. I'm now on the status of fucking LeBron. People are going to look at me and say, am I the best player on planet Earth? Which there are some analysts out there that are putting that question out there. And I think that's so fucking ridiculous. I mean, you're talking about Kevin Durant being better than LeBron James?
They're just jumping on a topic and something they want people to talk about. These analysts out there, there's no possible way
LeBron is still...
he is better or a higher level than LeBron.
LeBron is still the best player on planet Earth. And you know what? In my personal opinion, I wouldn't even take Kevin Durant as a second. I would take Kawhi Leonard. I mean, for me, I want a great two-way player that that has his hands in everything on both ends of the court. Okay. That's me, though. But
I agree.
Now, Kevin Durant, though, now people are saying, well, the fans of Kevin Durant and the people who come to his defense and the Golden State Warriors, they're going to make the argument, well, that's what LeBron James did when he went to Miami. He started all this shit. And I think that's bullshit. I think that's complete bullshit. Because
people don't understand
it's
how
completely
this all
different.
Happened. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Let's break it down.
Completely different.
Let's break it down. Then.
So people are saying that he did it because LeBron James did it, and some people are saying, well, LeBron James did that because the Boston Celtics did it. all those situations
Completely
are
different.
completely different.
Yep.
Why? Because the Boston Celtics,
Yeah.
they didn't conspire, they didn't come together and put
No.
that team together. Danny Ainge and the Boston Celtics
Yep.
front office, they made trades happen. That's how they got those guys.
And that's
To come to
that's
Boston.
phenomenal. Like,
Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen.
You get these guys that nobody. They were at that point. The teams were ready to get rid of them, right? They're like,
Yeah, they're
kind of
aged.
aging,
They're aged veterans.
and this is the last like couple years they maybe had some greatness, right?
Not in
And
their
they're like,
primes.
all right, let's get them out right before
Right.
when we still have value. And then it worked out great. And Boston, it was smart, and they built a good, solid team, and that it was phenomenal. Obviously, we see what they did.
right.
Now you go to let's jump to Miami.
Yeah, because Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James on that team,
Yeah.
they couldn't get past that Boston Celtics team, right?
Yeah.
So, and then when he finally got eliminated that last time, we all saw him take off his jersey, and he took it off like as
Yeah.
if to say, "I'm out of
He's
here."
done.
And
Yeah.
and I think a lot of people figured he's gone.
Yeah.
and he
It
was
was a done
gone.
deal. Yeah.
And he took off down to South Beach, took his
Yep.
talents down there, and he
Took his
joined up.
talents. Oh, God.
He joined up with Chris Bosh.
Yep.
And they went to join Dwayne Wade.
Now
over
how's
there in
that
Miami.
different, Josh?
That's different because so Boston, they came together through trades and whatever with aged veterans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now with Miami, you're talking about LeBron James, who's still in his
Yep.
prime, Chris Bosh, who was still in his prime,
Yeah.
and Dwayne Wade, who was probably just on the edge of his prime, leaving his prime or whatever.
Yeah.
Because he's a little bit older than LeBron and Chris Bosh.
Yep.
Even though they came in the same fucking draft. But he has a lot. He was a lot more deteriorated on his body than the two
yeah,
guys,
of
right?
course.
But he was still fucking one of
Yeah.
the best players in the league.
Of course.
Now you're talking about three guys who are superstars, top top superstars in the league, and they're joining pretty much in their prime with the Miami Heat, right?
Yeah.
And then they went on recruiting all these fucking veteran players,
Yeah.
throughout the years, eventually recruiting guys like Ray Allen and shit,
Yeah.
drafting
But-
Norris, and they ended up drafting Norris Cole and.
But if you let's think about it though for a second, it's not like LeBron went over there and signed a 1-year contract.
No,
It's not like he went there and Miami was already the top team in the East and they were dominating.
Yeah, they did
everybody.
like a 4-year deal. Him,
Yeah.
Wade, and
now
Bosh.
they did take a pay cut, but they all got good sized contracts,
Right.
a decent size enough that they were all happy, right?
Yeah.
So if you think about it, their dynasty, I guess you could say, didn't really get built until the second year. That's why they lost against the Mavs, my Mavs,
Yeah.
in the NBA Finals because they didn't have a solid team yet. They didn't have no bench. They didn't have a recruited team yet.
Yeah, they weren't. They still kind of choked a bit because they were
Yeah.
still more talented than that Dallas Mavericks team. But Dallas had their shit
we
together.
had depth.
Miami
We had
was
all
still
of it.
kind of, I guess, figuring things out.
Yeah.
Maybe took things, a little bit too much for granted or whatever because it seemed like they were kind of like a little bit too lax in the NBA Finals, even kind of cracking jokes against Dirk and shit like that.
Well, because they were
They
expecting
I don't think they
to
took
win.
Dallas serious,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and they fucking learned that lesson. They came back the next year, fucking strong as shit, and that fucking finals win against the San Antonio Spurs.
That was impressive.
That was a you can't deny that was a
Yeah.
great impressive win by the
Yeah.
Miami Heat. Now,
Yep.
so that's the difference between what Miami did and what Boston did, and what Kevin Durant did was also different.
I could not when LeBron did what he did. Everybody criticized him. I hated on him. I hated him creating a super team.
I was
Everybody.
fucking pissed. It was bullshit.
Everybody, and at that point,
Still a super team.
I
but-
never thought I could hate a player more until
Right.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah, Kevin Durant. I mean, if you thought what Boston did was pretty weak,
Yeah.
and you thought what LeBron James was pretty weak, then you have to think what Kevin Durant did was fucking weak as shit. This is what
Yeah.
those all boils down to. Like, okay, you don't like super teams? Yeah, we don't like super teams neither.
No.
Okay, so if what Boston did was a bitch move, and fucking what LeBron did was a bitch move, Kevin Durant is the biggest bitch because he's a guy in his fucking prime. He's one of the top 3 fucking players in the NBA.
Yep.
And he joined one of the greatest teams, regular season teams of all time, right?
Yeah.
73 wins. That was the best.
They really didn't need him.
Right. They
didn't.
did not need him at all.
They were in the finals
He-
every year.
They had their team built, right?
Yeah.
They already had their team built. They were set. They did it I guess the right way or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But they go ahead and they fucking recruit or Kevin Durant piggybacks off them and joins their 73 win team, and we all knew where this was going to lead to. They're going to win the fucking title.
Just think of it like this. Like, Golden State was already pretty much a super team. They had Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. Harrison Barnes was coming up, and we already saw him blossom over in Dallas. But you already have a super team, right? They're already like, oh my god, this team is ridiculous. They shouldn't even all these superstars. That was already the talk, right? So but you couldn't criticize them because all those players were drafted, and they were built together. It's not like they just all signed them free agents, right?
Well, I mean, some of them did like Iguodala.
Well,
and
yeah,
shit
Iguodala,
like that.
but those are bench players.
Yeah, those are little
the
role
superstars.
players, whatever.
And Iguodala's out of his prime. Okay, let's admit he did great though when he won the NBA Finals MVP. But that was just mainly because he shut down and did really good defense on LeBron. But I just feel like you're jumping onto a team that's already full of superstars, but at least they built it a different way.
Right. So, yeah, Durant, biggest fucking pussy ass NBA superstar of all time.
Horrible.
You know, and now, do you blame the Golden State Warriors for taking Kevin Durant? Because they didn't need him. They were going to the NBA Finals regardless.
No.
I mean, I
don't blame him if a guy that talented is willing to take a 1-year contract for cheap. All right, come on.
But okay, so if you're a Golden State Warriors fan, let's say you're a diehard Steph Curry fan.
Yeah.
You're not pissed off that they got Kevin Durant and they're gonna like, you know, kind of like bring the other guys down here, like, oh, it's not really about Steph or Clay or whatever. It's about Kevin Durant. Well, he's the guy now. Because this team was built. This team was fucking built. They were ready to go. And they fucking bring on Kevin Durant. Yeah. And he's the guy now, all of a sudden. On this 73-win team, he's the guy. He's now the leader. Even though, yes, he's the best talented player. But why is he the leader?
Your point. But at the end of the day, well, he's the most talented player.
Right.
Right? So they're going to give him the ball. They're going to feed him the ball. He's one of the biggest mismatches. His height, his shooting ability, nobody's going to be able to block him.
No, I guess.
So, you know, you got to make him the primary weapon.
I mean, it's kind of like when Miami Heat, when Bosh and LeBron came, they still called it Wade's team, right? Even though we all knew LeBron James was the guy. They called it, you know, this is Wade's team. I mean, this guy's established. He won a title here. This is his team. Yeah. They didn't do that at all. They didn't try to fucking match that at all with over there in Golden State with Steph Curry. And I'm like, no, this is Durant's team. Completely. Yeah. Even though he just walked on, he's the fucking guy. Yeah. And we're completely handing the reins over to him.
But I felt like they knew.
Even though he's only there for 1 year. I mean, he's probably going to take a pay cut and resign, whatever.
He said he would.
But as of right now, it's just a 1 year deal.
But
and he's
Golden
gone.
State did come out and say that their primary focus is to bring back Steph.
Primary focus is to bring back Steph, not Kevin Durant.
That's what they came out and said. Golden State said their primary option is to sign Steph.
So wouldn't that mean this is Steph's team, not Durant's team? If he's the primary?
100%. I think it's still Steph's team.
So then why were they all saying that this is Durant's team? He's the guy. All fucking. That's what I'm saying. Like, why didn't they do it like that? Like when Bosh and LeBron went to join Wade, they were like, this is Wade's team, even though LeBron was the best player. Obviously, I
think they were just trying to. I don't know. It maybe not make it so much about them. And,
anyway,
and this and that, and put their egos, because that's one thing I got to give props to. Draymond Green, Clay, and Steph, all those guys, they're very unselfish with each other. They're not.
I love and hate Draymond Green. I love and hate him. I can't stand his face. I can't stand the antics that this guy puts or whatever. Yeah. But what I do respect about Draymond Green is this guy. There is nothing left on the court. He gives his absolute 100% full potential on the court, and now you gotta give respect, even though he is a fucking asshole.
Kinda.
He's a fucking dick.
Yeah.
And he's a fucking mouth breather, and I can't really stand him personally. Really, I don't know. I mean, look right now. They just won the NBA Finals, and he's already back at it, fucking working out and getting ready for next season.
And you gotta respect that shit. He's still talking shit and taking jabs at LeBron.
Yeah. I mean. Yeah. Shit. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think... I know we went on there for a good while. Yeah. But do you guys think that Kevin Durant is the weakest, the softest NBA champion superstar of all time?
Yeah.
In your minds, when he won that ring, when he got the MVP trophy for the NBA Finals, did he elevate to you in your eyes now that he's a champion? Now that he's a Finals MVP? Because to us, no. No. If anything... he came down here. He took a step back for us. You know, I wanted to see him. I wanted to see him fucking win it with Oklahoma City because that was a fucking good ass team, and he could have done it.
And they had just traded for Oladipo. They were building something.
But you know
they were
what,
trying
though?
to bring more pieces for him.
But you know what? Kevin Durant seems like the kind of guy who wants a lot of, people kissing his ass and telling him that he's great and feeding him all this positive energy. Just like, feeding him all this positive energy because that's what he said he liked about when he was talking to Golden State during the offseason.
Yeah.
He said he liked the way they're like that or whatever.
Yeah.
And I guess he wasn't getting that kind of love in Oklahoma City because, Westbrook, he's not that guy. He's going to come kiss your ass.
But he had an opportunity in Boston. They were kissing his ass. They were loving him. They even brought Tom Brady in.
But they weren't going, but they're not going to stay with you. You join Golden State for Kevin Durant, you're winning a title.
Well, yeah.
That's also the
true.
difference.
But you could have taken over a team and made it purely yours, and it's 100%.
He just wanted the softest, easiest way possible because he's a soft.
That's a bitch.
He's a soft,
and that's a
soft
bitch move.
champion.
A bitch move.
Kevin Durant, the softest champion of all time.
Yeah.
Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let us know down in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with all your fucking friends.
And your mama.
Yeah. And be sure to follow us on Twitter. And we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, later.